Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. Right, I mentioned this BMW a couple times on a few videos. I'm sure the video is not going to come out just yet because the guy never paid for the parts. Right, more on that on the actually video for the car. That one, the Volvo, is awaiting for some bits to carry on working on it. The Peugeot 307 is gonna have his MOT today. It's from a colleague at work. It's not the first time the Peugeot is on the channel, but I'm waiting for. Well, I just did a quick check this morning. Looks like everything is okay for it to go through its MOT, so it should just fly through. But today we're going to work on this Mazda. Mazda what? Is the Mazda 2 2016 Mazda 2, and this came to me because of this. So apparently there's something with the DPF light and a oil temperature. Not really sure until we get to it. So first thing we're going to do is going to be plugging the maxi sys and see what we have. But I might give you a start actually. Let me see if I can just start this quickly. Okay, started. And let me see what we have. Oh, we do have a lot of stuff. Okay, so tire pressure monitor system, not really bothered with that for now. Speedo light, triangle, i-stop. What is that i-stop? Is that for the start and stop system maybe? Yeah, so maybe that's flashing because the engine is cold. Look, I don't know about this car, so let's just plug in the maxi sys and see what we do have. Okay, as you've seen, the DPF light never came on, or was not on, so maybe that only comes on when you drive. Also, this is the 1.5 engine, diesel, and we're gonna go to. I didn't want to do an auto scan, but let it to do the auto scan, and when you finish, we'll carry on. Okay, and we have 3 modules with faults, and I think that's going to be the start and stop. So we have a fault in there. Maybe it's why that high stop it is flashing. So it's going to go quickly to my engine ECU or PCM. It's going to see what these codes are. So engine running, continuous. Well, this is to do the test. I didn't want to do this, but we'll do it. Nice, testing the fan. I just wanted to do it was the last one I should have pressed. Okay, so this is the codes that came back. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be the same codes on the other one. So 14 volts power module system voltage too low, camshaft sensor performance, frequency of the regenerations, engine oil level too high. So if I'm gonna guess, if the regenerations are too often, it's gonna be too much fuel diluted on the diesel. Let's just gonna go in there and see what they want here. Okay, fuel. Engine oil temperature, engine cold. So this was engine cold anyway. Engine coolant temperature 2. Do we have 2 sensors on these? Okay, let's actually just forget about this for now. It's going to go back. Engine oil level too high. So let me go back let's go quickly in there just to confirm we do have the same thing. The voltage is a little bit too low, 1196, 1192 and dropping. The key is on for about 2 minutes or 3 minutes, maybe 5. It shouldn't drop these low. Yeah, so same stuff. So let's gonna go back and let's gonna go to some live data. So we have engine off, key on at the moment. So we do have a discharged. We have a discharged air conditioning. Blah 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 blah. Actual coolant control valve. Might not be nothing. Forget about that. So we do have 5 amps draining at the moment. 9 megahertz internal, blah 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 blah, battery temperature, battery voltage, brake booster, brake, diesel, what's that? Illumination count 6 times, okay. 6 times. Distance since last time, trouble codes cleared. So okay, so it looks like we did. It doesn't says there, so I'm gonna guess it's gonna be kilometers maybe. Distance since last regeneration 40 kilometers. I hope this is not correct, and either that's not being reset or 31,000 miles, 31,000 kilometers since last time the oil was changed. I hope not. Distance between regeneration 1. That's I'm gonna guess gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that what it is? Distance between the last regenerations, because if it is, yes it is. So this is way too often indeed. He's doing regenerations every 30 kilometers, 38, 18 kilometers is way too high. No, that is way too often, sorry. No questions about that. Oil level, 96 millimeters. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what the oil level should be. Not a clue. Oil temperature, 13. Oil temperature from oil level sensor. So I'm guessing it's going to be 2 temperatures. So the oil level sensor is going to have 1 temperature sensor in there, and then it's going to be another sensor somewhere in the engine. And they are differing by 3, which okay. So I had the engine running for a minute or so it could be that's the difference there. Coolant temperature 12, so everything pretty much the same. Oil dilation 37. I'm not sure what that should be, but either way, we're gonna have a look. Pressure. Why do I have a pressure reading here? Hold on, let me see, because this is in PA. Average. Oh, average 0 kilo, which is fine. If it's 0, it's fine. Average, okay. Exhaust gas temperature 1 2 and 3, so they are, yeah, that's fine. 4, there's 4 sensors. Exhaust gas, pressure, sensor bank 1. So that's going to be correct. I think that's going to be ambient pressure. Okay, I'm just here for 8 minutes, Jesus Christ. Looking at this and just wasting your time. Let's gonna do some actually work and we'll go from there. And it starts to rain. Okay, let's gonna try to speed up this a little bit. Okay, so first things, let's gonna check. This looks like an old battery. Is that the original battery? We'll worry about the battery later. Okay, so let's start by checking this oil level. One thing I've noticed, guys, is that the under tray is at the back of the seats, is on the back seats. So, okay, let's see where this level should be to start with. So the level, so I'm gonna guess, looking at this, we should have minimum, medium, X is gonna be the maximum. Will that be right? Should be. Okay, so let's gonna push this down. Boom. And my level is right there. Look where my level is. Can you see there? It's right there. So let me see where. Yeah, it is a tiny bit above the maximum. So the engine oil level is a bit too high. As the tool, no, the tool was saying temperature, wasn't it? Always level. I'm gonna remember. Ah, crap. Why I didn't wear gloves for this? Damn it. Ah. Right, so what's the level saying? What was the tool was saying? Ugh. Can't remember now if it was silly me. I should have memorized or should have go back and look at the recording. So the tool says, or the ECU or the PCM is moaning about oil was level or temperature. Can't even remember now anymore. Come on, hurry up. 78. This battery is definitely getting low very quickly. Oil level. Okay, so the guy told me, what did the guy told me on the text? Okay, so I memorized, or in back of my head was the text message which says oil temperature too high. There's no oil temperature too high, it's oil level too high. Right, let's gonna sort this oil level first, and then we'll do the rest. Okay, I'm pulling some oil through the actually hole where you check the level, using the vacuum pump. So we're going to remove the oil until we get just above or between the where, well, actually we're going to drop it all the way down where the level should be. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so you can see there, it's just below the X now. So it's just right there. So, can you see? Oh, there it is. So it's just right there, and the X is just okay. The oil is start to cover up. Yeah, it's a little bit However, and these guys is after I removed 4 of these 120 milliliters bottles, which makes about half a liter of oil. So I'm guessing I would have to take at least another half a liter out, maybe more. So that means it's 1 liter plus over the where it should be. So how I'm going to do, I spoke with the owner actually. What I'm going to do, I just rang the owner, and I just thought, rather than be here just dropping the level on this, I spoke with the owner. He just bought the car like this, and he was about to later do a service on these anyway. So I said to him, look, I will do the service, oil, filters, etc., and when I fill it up, obviously I'll put the level where it should be. So that's what we're going to do, rather than just be here sucking oil from there. We'll just do that, then we'll do obviously a reset to the oil change and all that good stuff, so the car starts from fresh on the oil, DPF and all that good stuff. I was just checking the fuses. I checked the air filter. The air filter is not too bad, but it definitely will do with a change. And I just got these out, tried to see when the air filter was changed last. It's not too pretty, as you can see. Somewhere here is going to be the date, which I'm going to guess. What that's going to be? It's going to be one of these things here is going to be the date. It's going to be either, well, it should be, is that going to be year and week? 2020 week 47, or not really sure. Not really sure. There's no other marks on this thing, even for the plastic molding. They haven't put any marks on this thing, so I can't really see, I can't really figure out when was manufactured. I'm sure one of these numbers there is going to be the manufacturing code. Anyway, that's a waste of time. I was just checking fuses, just, you know, just checking around while that was pulling the oil out. But yeah, so as I said, I spoke with the owner. We're going to do an oil change, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, that doesn't look good, does it? Oh my god, it looks like sludge. Look, wow, look at that. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, man, these, probably those 31,000 miles was probably right. Jesus Christ, why do people do this to cars? I don't know, but that looks bad, really bad. Look at that. Oh my god, there's so much soot on this oil, or whatever that is. That's just unbelievable. Okay, we're gonna do an oil change, obviously, and then I gotta tell the owner he's gonna have to drive just a couple of weeks or whatever and do change the oil again, because otherwise this is gonna be no good. Right, look at that. Look at the inside of that. It's completely full of this. Oh man, Jesus. My god, it's all the way everywhere. Holy crap. It's literally everywhere. Right, so what I'm gonna do, oh shite. Right, what I'm gonna do, let me show you what I'm gonna do. Okay guys, because this looks so bad. Man, really? What I'm gonna do is I'm going to use, guys, it's not the right grades, it's bits of different oil, but we're going to put enough to get the car to the level, start the engine, leave it to run for a little bit, and then drain that oil again before we put the final oil. And again, I'm going to tell the owner, because it's so bad, I didn't realize it was so bad. Well, I could have guessed when I looked at the bottom how it was coming out. It's literally wow. But what I'm going to tell the owner is he's going to have to run the engine or drive the car for a little bit and then just do another oil change within a couple of weeks or whatever, because otherwise he's going to destroy this engine. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's all I can do for now. I don't want to use that oil because that is quite expensive oil to just do a flush. I don't want to use engine flush because I don't really like those oils. But what I'm going to do is, as I said, I'm going to use some of this just to kind of wash the engine on the inside and then drain it again. And well, you've seen what I've seen, so I'm not going to dwell too much on this. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to use the brand new oil filter for that, so I'm going to leave the filter that's in there at the moment, and I'll just remove that when we are actually ready to put the final oil in place. Okay, and I just thought before I do all of that, because it's still some of that sludge coming off, I'm just going to put some oil here at the top, and literally this oil is just going to go in and out straight away, and that should help washing sort of the bottom of the pan. So hopefully that will push some of that stuff out, I'm hoping. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's coming out, some of it. There you go. Look at that. Okay, so yeah, I'll do these a couple times before I actually put the plug back in and fill the engine with those leftovers. Wow, that's really bad. Never seen nothing like this. Guys, I know I keep saying this, but look how this is coming out. I know I said I never seen nothing like this. Maybe some of you have seen even worse. But this is really bad. I never really seen it. Look, the oil is not even leveling. Look at that. It's not even getting level because it's so thick. Look at that. It's creating a sort of a mountain. Wow, this is really bad. Really bad. Why do people do this to cars? I just don't know. I really don't know. Wow. Ooh. Any more? No, there's more coming. There's more coming. No? Wow. Wait. I think there is more. There is more. There isn't. There is. Oh. Oh man. Let's gonna put a little bit more oil to flush a little bit more. Okay, to add to the thingy, the battery is also completely gone. I can't have the car with the key on for more than 2 minutes. The car doesn't start. Yeah, I just texted the guy this. I want a battery because I'm not gonna carry on working like this. So hopefully you'll bring me a battery today. So the car is now filled in with all the leftovers, and I'm gonna start this to, as I said, to kind of wash the inside of the engine a little bit. Let's see if it starts now. I hope it does. There we go. Running. So I'm gonna let it to warm up a little bit because that's what we need now. Let it to warm up to make sure the engine is kind of flushed on the inside. Then we're going to drain the oil again and do it all over. or actually fill it up with the final oil, because that's the only oil I have. Okay, the car has been here idling for about, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes maybe. The oil is now at 74 degrees, 60 degrees at the bottom. So I'm gonna guess this is gonna be somewhere on the engine block, and that's gonna be obviously at the bottom where it reads the level. There is a little bit of a difference between them. Sorry guys, this light is on. There's a little bit of a difference, but I'm not too worried about that. Coolant temperature is at 75 degrees. Obviously the car has just been here idling. Happy with that. Let's gonna drain the oil and refill it with the final one for now. Okay, and we are filling the engine back up with oil, and obviously I had to look properly how this dipstick works, and for you guys that have been on the comment sections already correcting me, I will correct myself now. So the bottom hole, guys, is the minimum. The second hole in the middle here is the maximum, and then the X is the maximum with the dilution. And as you have seen at the start, the level was not way, but was above the X. So definitely too high. The only thing now left to do on this, well, for this oil change, obviously, for this stuff, is cabin filter and then the fuel filter, which lives somewhere in front of the rear wheel. And this video, I hope, is not going to become an oil change, but I thought it was important to capture what we did so far, and then we can go and see what the car does when the engine oil is at level, and when we reset the oil and all that good stuff. I want to see exactly what the car is going to do. In regards to the DPF, when we have the battery, hopefully that will fix the problem for the battery, for the start and stop. Hopefully, I don't know if this car is one of those that has a condenser for the start and stop, or if it's only the battery. Hopefully it's only the battery, and everything will just be back up and working. I've scanned the car in the meantime for all the other modules, whereas pretty much everything with low batteries, codes for low battery, low voltage. So hopefully all of that will get fixed once we get all of this. But for today, I can't do much more for today, because I need to take the Peugeot to the MOT in a minute. But we're going to finish this bit off, and then I guess we'll carry on tomorrow. And just in case you guys don't know where the fuel filter lives, it lives right there. So I'm draining the fuel filter at the moment, and that's where it lives, right there. There's a couple covers, plastic covers you need to remove, and that's where it is. Okay guys, following day, and yesterday I finished obviously the fuel filter change, replacement, and I've also done the cabin filter, which was right there behind, right there. You just need to push the glove box like this, and on the other side to drop it completely, and then you can access the filter. The filter was, it was really bad. So I'm still waiting for the battery. I'm still waiting for the battery to be delivered. I've just actually asked the owner when he's going to deliver me the battery, and hopefully it will be today, but we can deal with that later, because we can carry on now without the battery. So what we're going to do now is literally try to reset that oil change thingy. I don't know if there is some sort of ash content reset, not ash, oil dilution reset. That's what they call it, I think. So that's what we're going to try to do, and I want to then see on my live data if that changes from those 31,000 kilometers to 0. If that's been true, either the car never had an oil change for the last 31,000 kilometers, which, judging by the state of that oil, it makes sense. Guys, 31,000 kilometers is like 20,000 miles. 20,000 miles on one oil change. Jesus, that's really bad, in my opinion. But it is what it is. So we're going to try to do that reset quickly, and then I'll take it from there. Okay, and to start with, we are going to read the codes. I think I'm going to have new codes here now. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have new codes now. I don't want to be here with the key on for too long, because if I have the key on for more than a few minutes, the car doesn't start. So we're gonna try to do this quickly. So I'm gonna clear the codes to start with, and do that reset. And hopefully with the new oil, the car will do a regeneration just fine. Fingers crossed. We'll have to look at all the live data for the DPF and all that good stuff. So, actually we have the same stuff. With some new codes here yesterday for low battery, because I was trying to, well, the battery, it went low. Anyway, so we're going to go back on this. We are going to erase all these codes. Obviously some codes will not go away, I know that, and that's absolutely fine. We're gonna see which codes do come back. We're gonna guess that one for the start and stop is gonna come back. And we do have the engine oil too high and the particle filter regeneration. Oh, interesting, the other one didn't come back. Frequency. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back, back, and then we're not going to touch that. Body, brakes. That's not going to be here. One thing I was trying to do earlier, guys, was, or yesterday, I had a quick look. And I just want to show you these as well. Powertrain. So, data reset, DPF, onboard tests, oil maintenance. So, I just want to show you that. Obviously, it's going to show 0. Unfortunately, I don't have how to tell. So there we go. I don't have a way, or I couldn't find a way to tell me how much he's gone over what he should. I think he's here. Oil reset, changing remaining oil life, manual. Is that the one? Yeah, continue, why not? That's to change the setting. Okay, so okay, so this is done actually. Okay, so this is actually done on the card itself. So I'm going to do this, so you can pause and read. You can pause and read, and now I'm going to do this myself. Okay, so everything is done. Unfortunately, guys, the oil change, I had to do it on the tool, on this menu, okay, because it would not allow me to do it in there. Don't know if it's because it was well overdue or because of some other reason. It was just keep saying it was unsuccessful, and if I would like to try again, I tried a few times on the screen, it wouldn't do it, but as soon as I did it there, it allowed me to. I have also reset that maintenance at the top, and yeah, but yeah, it wouldn't not allow me to do it. So now, if I come back here, so that's on data reset, not on there, is on data reset. I even tried to change the oil maintenance monitor from flexible to fixed, and then back to flexible to see if it would allow me to reset on that screen. It did not allow me to reset on that screen, unfortunately. And I'm just curious now to go quickly here again to the PCM. And look at that live data. where we're showing the distance since last oil change. And I think that was somewhere at the bottom, if I recall correctly. It's not that. Where was that thing? Maybe it was not at the bottom then. So engine oil dilution amount 0, so that's reset. I don't know how much was in there, to be fair with you. What temperatures, oil level, 80 millimeters. I don't know how much was showing before, to be fair. So that's the distance since the regeneration, distance since our last oil change. Boom, there it is. So that's okay now. I already been here with the key on for a little bit, so I think this thing is not going to start. I'm pretty sure it's not going to start now. 12:39. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Let me see if it does start. Oh, he did. Good. Good boy. Right, and to be honest with you, we only have a triangle warning in there. Everything else is off, which is good. I'm not sure what that yellow triangle is for. Let's do an auto scan and clear all the codes again. It might be for that DPF thing, but we're gonna do an auto scan and clear all the codes and go from there. Then I want to go for a drive and see if we can maybe force a regeneration to kind of start everything from fresh. In the meantime, the owner got me a new battery. That's the old one. The new one is already installed, and now we are going to reset the battery. I think it just shows me on live data for how long the actually battery is here. There we go, 2,933 days. And I'm pretty sure that if you do the calculations, that's going to make 8 years something. Which means is the original battery that came with the car. So we are going to reset this battery quickly. Will it be here maybe? Battery monitor system, manual battery reset. Oh. What? So there is a way of doing it here, but it doesn't shows me. It does not show me all the instructions. That's a little bit stupid. Okay, it looks like there is another way of doing it. Let me see if Google helps me to do it like that. Man, really? Why it doesn't show me the whole thing? Wow. Okay. Okay guys, and we came now for a drive. The reset of the iStop battery and all that good stuff. There is a whole shebang of a procedure to go through. I did find a video on YouTube. I will leave a link in the description below. Hopefully it's still available by the time this video is released, so you can follow it. That's the one I followed, and obviously now the car is doing a regen. Okay, I've just started it. Obviously the iStop is not working at the moment. It's already, but it is working. I already tested it. It's switching on and off okay. The oil level code, I should have showed you probably before I start the regeneration. The oil level too high code is already gone. You need to drive the car, leave it to idle, needs to warm up to get the temperature, etc., before he actually starts to read again, or to take another reading, if you will. So once I've done all of that, that code is gone. There's only 2 codes left, which was for the DPF regeneration frequency, and the code for the camshaft. Now, I have a feeling now, because I've checked, and this car does have a chain. So with the oil in those conditions, there is a possibility that the chain was not being lubricated correctly, and it has stretched. I would have to get the scope on it to be 100% sure. I might do that, but I don't know how far I'm gonna get with this. This video turned out to be more of a service on a Mazda 2 than anything else. But yeah, that's where we are at the moment, guys. And yeah, I'm gonna leave the DPF regeneration to finish, and then I guess we'll see what we do next. I'm not sure if that triangle light in there is because of the DPF light, or if it's because of the cam and crankshaft code. There is no engine light, it's only that light. And when you actually check, let's see if I can show you this. When you actually check here, it shows you this vehicle system malfunction, and just tell you that. So I think it's the only code. There's a code for the solar sensor here or something like that, but I'm sure that will make that come on. So I'm gonna guess it's one of the faults on the engine. Yeah, but if the chain has stretched, I already told the owner I'm not going to touch the chain on this. I don't have the tools for this, locking tools and anything like that. I don't think I'm going to do that, but you never know. Sometimes I say I don't do things, and then I ended up doing it. So yeah, that's where we are, and I'll see you when this is completed. Okay, and the revs have slowed down now, and it looks like it's about to complete. Well, it's actually completed, just need to press OK. The okay, so turn the ignition off. It didn't took the full half an hour. It only took about, well, that in there was saying an hour, but it actually only took about half an hour, to be honest with you. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so don't know if I'm gonna have to drive this thing. I'm gonna have to dismiss this thing now. I do still have that code for the chain, for the camshaft, as I said to you, which is not very good, but we'll have to deal with that at a later stage, I think. I'm gonna try to capture that on this video, unless it's a massive job. But as I said, I'm not too keen to touch that chain. I don't have the locking tools. We are in December now, the weather is really bad, and I just don't want to have to deal with this, to be fair. And if it's just a chain replacement, let's face it, yeah, pretty much anyone can do it, to be fair with you. So right, so let's go and do a clear of the codes, check the DPF as well, and go for a drive, see what happens. Okay, let me see if I can show you here on my driveway that the start and stop is working. There we go. I-stop comes on, the engine turns off. Now when I press the clutch, the engine starts. So the start and stop is working fine. We still have that yellow triangle in there, as you can see, and that's all because of that, which is the only and last code left. Our DPF is absolutely perfect now. Well, it was before, to be fair, but we just did it so we could kind of start fresh. let me show you there somewhere. The back pressure, the pressure on the sensor is pretty much zero at idling. What is that? As you can see, I've reset all the values on the DPF. So now everything shows zero since the last regenerations. They're all down to zero. Where's the back pressure of the DPF thingy? Oh, there is. There we go. So that's good. That's a kind of a live data, and that's then the average. But that's the one you should really be looking at. 0.1 kilopascals, which is absolutely perfect. So the only thing left is to clear that light, which, as you guys have seen, is all due to that code for the timing chain. I told the guy I'm not very keen to do this job for several reasons. As I said, tools, etc. But I don't know. Sometimes I say I don't do it, and then I ended up doing it. I ended up doing things. Now that code could be many things. Obviously, because of the state of the oil that you guys have seen, I'm keen to try to see where the sensor is, pull it out and give it a clean, just in case if it's full of gunk or something like that. But yeah, that's the only code that comes back. As you can see, I've just read the codes again. Give it a clean, maybe do a little bit of inspection, and we'll go from there. So, but that, guys, is going to be for a different video. Unless the cleaning clears it. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, I just gave a clean and I clear the codes. Obviously the codes will not return until you clean the engine, until you start the engine, which means obviously it's not sensor problem. Otherwise I guess the code would be different, but also the code will come back straight away if for something related, if for something that the ECU could detect before start the engine. So obviously this is something that the car is only detecting once you start the engine. So as you can see, no faults codes detected. Now we're going to start the engine, and as you're going to see, the triangle is going to come back. There it is. And now I didn't thought the cleaning of the sensor would fix the problem. It was full of that sort of slime, if you will, as you saw from that oil change, but obviously that didn't make a difference. And as you're going to see, we're going to have the same code coming back, which means this will be another video, because this video is probably long enough doing not a lot. I totally understand, but it might help someone out there. That's all it matters. There we go. Okay, that's for another video. So with no further ado, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. If you do still have any questions, any comments, guys, put them below. Do your oil change on time. And like always, thanks for watching.